So good morning, everyone. It's another time for the morning market review from Rally Trade Rally Academy. It's 8:01 as I speak to you. It's another time to analyze the market, see better opportunities in the market that you can take advantage of and make money for yourself. I also want to confirm if you can really hear me from your own end. I'll kindly come down to the chat box and type web, WEB, web.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can hear me from your own end. So let's see if these numbers can push up a little before the class commences fully. If you can hear me from your own end, just come down to the chat box and type web, WEB. We're going to be looking at a couple of instruments this morning. So let's give others the opportunity to join the class. By 8:05, we will kickstart this class fully, or the analysis fully. 8:05. Thank you very much. Okay, so good morning, everyone. It's already 8:05. We just have to start the class. Um, Ideally, before you place any trade in the money, you're supposed to look at the strength of the USD IDX. That's the right thing to do. You don't just jump into placing a buy or a sell on a particular instrument without gathering necessary information about such instrument. So the trade does not end up going against you. So ideally, we are looking at the USD IDX. I think I mentioned clearly yesterday that the Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell, came out to speak on Friday that they are looking at a further rate cut, which really, affected the strength of the USD IDX. So the Fed chairman was saying that they're looking at a further rate cut. To confirm that, I want to believe that some of us are familiar with investing.com. If you are not familiar, just go to your browser and type investing.com. It gives you updated news on any particular instrument you are looking at placing a trade on. So I think I mentioned that yesterday. That yes, I mentioned that yesterday. That he said shares climb and dollar fall with the Fed chairman comment, which was considered dovish. And in the early, as at yesterday, when before the close of trading day yesterday, the dollar actually edged higher, trying to rebound from the major loss from Friday. But coming into this morning, you also need to keep an eye on the major news that will also drive the market going into today. I don't need to remind you of the fact that cash rates was released from the Australian dollar zone, that is the AU zone, the Australian zone, and the Reserve Bank of Australia governor came out to drop a rate statement. The results actually came out, actually was equal to forecast. But the major driver of the market that we're looking at this morning, or for the large part of today, is the Institute of Supply Management Service Purchasing Managers Index that will be going to be dropping by 4 p.m. I want you to keep an eye on that. It's a major driver of the market over time. If you look at that particular news, it assesses, is a measure of the diversion index based on surveyed purchasing managers, excluding the manufacturing industry. They carry out a survey on purchasing managers in the United States, see their performance based on certain parameters like employment, production, new order, prices, supply deliveries, and inventories. You can see it at the lower part. If you want further details about how much this particular news drive the market, you can backtest it on your phone or on your laptop and see, the last time it was released was on November 3, October 4, and see how much it actually drove the market. But I tell you for sure, for free, that this particular news actually usually drive the market massively. Also keep an eye. There are two news coming out around that particular time, 4 p.m. The job opening labor turnover survey for the US zone is a major driver of the market. And I think this week is a very beautiful week that you need to make good money from before this year runs into a close. We can end this year on a beautiful note. Not forgetting the fact that ADP non-farm employment change is coming up on Friday, and NFP is going to be dropping on Friday. ADP non-farm employment change is coming up tomorrow, 2:15. Keep an eye on that. And NFP on Friday, a major driver of the market. Keep an eye on that. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, you need to trade the market fundamentally and make good money in the market. So that being said, not forgetting CAD is dropping their rate statement too by 4 p.m. on Wednesday. But what I'm really looking at cashing out big for today is the 4 p.m. news, ISM manufacturing PMI and job opening labor turnover survey for the US zone. That said, let's go back to the chart. I don't have to start going to, seeing how much it drives the market. I think you just need to do that yourself. Look at how much, go to November 1, see how much it drove the market, try to confirm how volatile it is. But I think I've traded it over time and I've seen that it's a major driver of the market. Let's go back to the chart. Forgive me, for me, whenever I'm trading or whenever I'm trying to look at a particular instrument, I look at the USD IDX and I look at my currency meter to see how strong the USD IDX is. The USD IDX is an index that measures the strength or the weakness of the United States dollars against the pair of 6 most traded currency globally, like the Euro USD, AUD. It measures the strength of or the weakness of the United States dollar. So if you look at my currency meter, basically, you notice that the United States dollar is on 66%, trying to recover from the major loss it experienced for a large part of last week. And if you look at USD IDX2 on my 4 hours time frame, you notice that basically it's on a downward trend. And if not for the fact that it is trying to recover from those losses, it is majorly on a downward trend. So I'm trying to connect the lows and the highs together. But before I go there, I'm going to be giving you something for free. Some of the conditions I'm looking at before I enter my buy trade, some of the conditions I'm going to be looking at before I enter my sell trade. I want you to keep an eye on those conditions It will help your trading journey, making it very effortless. So let's quickly switch to that. Are you seeing what I'm doing? I'm connecting my lows together with my trend line. If you don't know how to draw some of these trend line, please try and join some of our online classes and our physical classes to help you with it. So let me go straight to those conditions. So the first condition you can see on my screen is enter a buy when price is on a support. Enter a buy when price is on a support. On a support, if you see a bullish reversal candlestick, like a bullish engulfing So like a bullish reversal candlestick, if you go to your Google, type bullish reversal candlestick, you're going to be seeing something like a hammer, a bullish engulfing, a morning star, a piercing line, a three white soldier. These are all bullish reversal candlestick. When you see them on a support, it's a good confirmation to enter a buy. Conservative trader enters an instant buy. Aggressive traders enter an instant buy, while conservative trader will wait for a confirmation. I need to see that the next candle turns out bullish before I enter a buy. So basically, I'm going back to my chart. The USD IDX is on a downward trend, and it's trying to respect this trend line that I've just drawn on my 4 hours time frame. It was formerly a support here. Now you can see that trend line is serving as a resistance, and price is hitting it, and there is rejection of bullish pressure, even though my currency meter is showing me that the USD IDX is on 63%. So let's go to the first currency of the day, Euro USD. Good. So let's try and start on a higher time frame, like the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, if you look at Euro USD is currently lying on a very sensitive region, which is a support zone. Even though it's a turncoat support on a higher time frame can also be considered very potent. On the hierarchy of support, you have proven support, verified support, untested support, weak support, and turncoat support. Now, Euro USD is currently lying on a turncoat support on a 4 hours time, my 4 hours time frame. So if I'm even looking for a possible sell, I need to be very careful. The reason is because that particular zone has rejected price repeatedly in the past. So I don't want to jump into a selling opportunity. Not forgetting that I just drew a trend line on my 4 hours time frame, connecting lows together, first low, second low, third low, fourth low, making this particular area a very strong area of confluence, which will possibly reject bearish momentum or bearish pressure in the market. So don't just jump into entering a sell, except if you are a scalper. For me, I'm more of a day trader. Let me see on a daily time frame. Okay, a daily time frame is not indicating that any support zone, but my trend line is actually supporting bullish pressure upwards. And if you also look at my currency meter, it's not entirely saying that the euro is entirely weak. No, it's not exactly saying that. So there's been a little modification. So I would be looking forward to not really a sell. I'll be looking forward to a buy. The reason is because there has been a rejection around that zone in the past. So going back to my daily time frame, which is more like my entry time frame, I will put a buy. I'm of the opinion that Euro USD will sell down here. So if you're looking at entering an instant sell, please, if you're entering the instant sell, make sure you close your trade before it gets to this verified support, because I'm of the opinion that that verified support will reject price upwards. It will push price back upwards. And looking at the euro, it's not entirely weak. It is still, to a very large extent, still strong. So I'll be looking forward to a major buying position for Euro USD, but that will be a buy limit around this point. So put a buy limit around this point. You know, a turncoat support or a turncoat resistance, they are like previous support or previous resistance, where price have tested in the past and, you know, and it was recently rejected. That's what I mean. So I don't want to gamble or, you know, be in a very difficult situation when it comes to this particular instrument. I'll be looking forward to a buy, but that will be a buy limit if price falls to this verified support. So my euro is currently on 20%. I'll be setting my buy limit here. My buy limit will be where? Set a buy limit at 1.08023, 1.08023, 1.08023. A buy limit order around that particular zone. $1.08023. And I can take my profits upwards at where 1.080, 1.08236, 1.08236, 1.08236. Please, a buy limit. Good. Good. I've set my trap there. So if it falls down to my verified support, which is a very strong zone, I'll be looking forward to a major retracement backward. Looking at the fact that my trend line is actually supporting price going back upward, and the euro is not entirely weak. I'll also be looking at closing the trade before the news comes out by 4 p.m. You can see that area is a strong area of confluence. There is a trend line, and there's also a verified support around that zone on my 1 hour time frame. Scalpers can have a field day by taking advantage of the short move in the market as we speak, but not forgetting the fact that there is also a weak support on my lower time frame there. So remember, if you're a scalper, you can also take advantage of the short sell and leave the market before it hits the weak support. That is on my 15 minutes time frame. Let's move very quickly to the next instrument, which is AUDUSD. AUDUSD is currently on a verified support on my 1 hour time frame. Even though on my H4 time frame, it is currently lying on a verified support. The trend has been bullish, and I've always tell you that the trend is your friend till the end. You should be looking forward to buying opportunities if an instrument is on an upward trend. Remember the condition we just stated some minutes ago. It said enter a buy when price is on a support. If you're entering a buy when price is on a support, you need to wait to see a bullish confirmation candle like a red and a green candle. That is a bullish engulfing, or like a morning star, like a hammer. Aggressive traders take advantage of the move immediately. Conservative trader wait for confirmation candles before they enter a buy trade. So AUDUSD is currently on a verified support on my 4 hours time frame. It is also on a verified support on my 1 hour time frame. You don't enter a sell on a support except if there is a major move driving the market, because the fundamental does not respect support or resistance zone. So I will be looking forward to a buy, but you need to wait. one of my biggest traders in the market, one of my biggest traders in the market will always say that profit is not made from buying or selling. Profit is actually made in the waiting. Somebody's dropping a comment. Thank you very much, Mr. Medahun Singh Emmanuel. Mr. Medahun Singh Emmanuel has helped repeated my buy limit price. So, Mr. Emmanuel and everyone in the class, please try and wait to see a bullish confirmation candle in this verified support zone. Let me draw something like that. So if you see if a green candle, let me try to buttress on what I'm looking forward to. So this candle will close in the next 38 minutes. Actually, it should close in the next 38 minutes. So if it closes bullish, and then you should be looking forward to a buying opportunity. Sorry, let me quickly adjust this. Good. So if we close in a bullish candle, that would be like if you see something like this around this region. Sorry, if you see this is actually on my 1 hour time frame. Remember, I just said both 4 hours and 1 hour are telling me that that price is currently on a support zone, and you should be looking forward to a buying opportunity around that zone. Yes, even though my moving average is currently forming something like a dead cross, but regardless, price is on a support zone. You shouldn't be entering a sell on a support zone. You should be looking forward to a buy. So that on ADS, and you can see ADS is currently pushing. The Australian dollar is gathering some strength to some extent, trying to push up upwards. And if you remember, the trend is bullish. I'm not going to repeat that again. I'm going to another instrument, which is what? GBP USD. So you can see the trend is, my friend, till the end. Even on my 4 hours, you can see something is about to be formed, like a golden cross. A golden cross is where your moving average, your two moving average, like your lower moving average is trying to cross your higher moving average. Maybe like your 21 moving average is trying to cross above your 50 period moving average. Then you should be looking forward to a buying opportunity. So this is my 50, and this is my 21, and this is my 50. It actually crossed here, causing a golden cross, and we're actually looking forward to something like that occurring here on my 4 hours time frame. So I'll be looking forward to a buy on AUD USD at the close of this candle stick. So I have to wait. GBP USD. If you have any comments or question as regards what we're doing, just feel free to come down to the question and the chat box and type your question. Let me try and use my Bollinger Band. I think I kind of Bollinger Band. No. Hold on. Let me use my Bollinger Band. Okay. Let me change this. Let me change this a little. Don't like the background. It's fine. So AUD/USD, don't worry. Let's use AUD/USD. I've always told you that whenever I'm doing any of this, I try to bring out my currency meter. If you don't have a currency strength meter, ensure that you are on a very good package. At least you need to have like 400 or 500,000 in your account to be eligible to this particular indicator. Measure the strength or the weakness of each of those currency per time. The strength of those currency per time. So if you don't have it, you can speak to your account manager. Ensure you have a very robust account in a very good fund in your trading account. Then he will send the indicator to you. That being said, let me try and add another indicator. Don't mind me. I have the good. GBP USD on my 4 hours time frame. GBP USD on my 4 hours time frame. What do you see? GBP USD on my 4 hours time frame has completely been bullish. I told you recently that recently the dollar has not been entirely strong, and most of those instruments, AUD USD has been on a bullish run, GBP USD has been on a bullish run, even on my higher time frame. So the recent swing has been bullish. And if you look at it on my higher time frame, this is actually my my index price action. Is a special indicator actually. On my higher time frame, right from the 9th of October, ever since actually that what date was that? Let me confirm the date this happened. Ever since it fell to this low on the 3rd of October, it formed a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, and it has been bullish. Currently, GBP USD hits a verified resistance on my daily time frame, forming a bearish engulfing candlestick. Let me make you see it very well so you understand what I'm talking about. A bearish engulfing candlestick is like a red candle formed after a bullish candle, but the red candle is completely engulfing, like covering the bullish candle that was formed before it, and it was formed on a very sensitive region, a verified resistance region. You can see what I'm saying. So I'm not considering all these parts. I'm actually considering the recent swing of GBP USD. So GBP USD is formed a bearish engulfing candlestick. You can see around here, and it has been pushing low. So even though the recent swing has been bullish, I need to trade cautiously. Going back to my 4 hours time frame, GBP USD has been bullish. I said that before, has been bullish. Yes. So look at that bearish engulfing candlestick. But remember, the trend is your friend till the end. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I said one of the major conditions to entering a buy. Let me show you that again. Follow me. Enter a buy after a breakout and retest of a resistance that has turned to a support. So an instrument is buying, it got to a resistance point, it broke the resistance, which means that after a breakout, price will automatically come back to retest that point it broke before. So exactly what I just said, that was what price did on my 4 hours time frame for GBP USD. What happened? This was formerly a resistance. If you notice here, this point that is an untested support. Let me mark that point very well. Let me make it thicker. If you have any questions, feel free. So see, whenever I'm taking this class, my objective is to build a community of world-class traders that can analyze the market independently and determine price direction. What do you see here? Price did what? Was a resistance here, was a resistance here, was a resistance here, until price was able to break outside the resistance, and it came back to retest the resistance that has turned to a support. It pushed back up, and it came back to retest that point again. So it has not been able to break outside there, came back to retest again. So price is currently on a very sensitive region on my 4 hours time frame. GBP USD has not been entirely weak. The trend has been bullish. So I should be trading with the trend. Do you understand that? So it's currently on an untested support. On an untested support. It formed something that looks like a red and a green candle. The buying pressure was not much. It has been hovering around this point. But regardless, it is on a very sensitive zone. You see that? So you can see there has been rejection of bearish pressure around this zone. So I'll be looking forward to a buy around this zone. Let me go back to my 1 hour time frame. which is more like my entry time frame. You can see the same zone I marked on my 4 hours time frame is a proven support. Is a proven support on my 1 hour time frame, which is my entry time frame. So I'll be looking forward to a possible buy on GBP USD. I hope we are together. No, you can't buy now. You need to wait for a confirmation candle. Remember, even on my 1 hour time frame, I'm seeing like a bear cross. A bear cross is a candlestick pattern, and I'm seeing like a dark cloud cover. It's also a bearish candlestick pattern. So the bear will want to push price down to this proven support. You can see the same thing I marked on my 1 hour is the same thing that is playing out on my 4 hours. So you shouldn't be if you are a day trader, fine, you should be waiting to see. You can see this particular instrument sold up to here before it went back up. So I wouldn't want to give you a sell and it will end up pushing up. So I would rather wait for price to fall to this point. I'm telling you, on the hierarchy of support and resistance, the proven support is a very strong rejection zone for bearish pressure or bearish momentum in the market. It is the zone where the buyers take charge of the market. So sellers, you can quickly enter an instant sell if you are a scalper. Enter an instant sell, shall be looking forward to closing within the shortest possible time. But if you want to enter a comfortable trade, learn to wait for this price to just push down to that support zone. And you can see it's went down there and it went back up. So you should set a buy limit at one. You can see that zone is a very good zone. 1.260000. A very strong psychological level for a rejection of bearish pressure for price to push back for 1.26000. A strong psychological or a strong support price where bulls will push price back up. So you can set a buy limit around that point and make your money before 4 o'clock when the ISM manufacturing PMI and the job opening labor turnover survey will be released. 15 minutes time frame, scalpers. You can see that same zone is a proven support on my 15 minutes time frame. So if you are entering a sell, keep your eyes peeled. I've just told you the buy limit price, 1.26000, psychological level, very strong zone. It's a major price point. So if you have been studying prices very well, you notice that anywhere where price is being rejected is more like a whole number. I don't know how to explain this. Don't worry, when you come for our classes, you understand what I'm talking about, or you join our online classes. You always notice that those prices, those price points where there are rejection are very strong, like a whole number, maybe 1.26800 or 1.26900. That is the same thing I'm telling you here. It's a psychological level, 1.2600. Do you see that? 1.2600. So set a buy limit price around that point. Let's quickly move to another instrument. So scalpers, please ensure if you're entering yourself, please don't just stay in that sell. Something is going to happen around 1.2600, a bullish momentum in the market. Price will possibly push back up. You can see on a higher time frame is happening. It will definitely happen. If I even connect my lows together, that point is a strong area of confluence. Look at it. Let me try. Oh, my lines are thick. Sorry. I used to draw, don't mind me. Let me try to shrink my chart a little. No. I connect the lows together, you see what I'm talking about. Good. There's a rejection here, there was a rejection here, and price is currently around that point. There has been rejection around this point. You can see this was where the support happened on my 4 hours time frame. So that being said, I hope I've been able to communicate your plans for GBP USD for this morning. So what's your plan for USD Let's look at USD before we move straight to gold. Then we move straight to indices. No doubt, the strength of the Japanese yen has been really the Japanese yen has not been doing really badly. I didn't gather much news on the yen this morning, but looking at the Japanese yen technically, so if you're using your phone to trade, I want you to always remember something. I think recently, a large number of my clients are majorly phone users, and I don't know why. But I always encourage them that the fact that you are using phone does not serve as an impediment for you or an obstacle for you when it comes to making money in this market. I've got a couple of my clients that uses their phone and they trade comfortably, multiplying an account very, very well. This is USD/JPY on my daily time frame, and you can see USD/JPY is currently resting on a weak support zone. A weak support zone on my daily time frame is a very strong zone, if you ask me. And my currency meter is also telling me that the strength of the Japanese yen and the USD is almost even. And this one is on 71%, and the other one is on 66%. I hope everyone can hear me. Can you hear me from your own end? I want to if you can hear me from your own end. Can you hear me from your own end? Can you hear me? Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Ayonda Oluwasegun. Thank you very much. So, like I was saying, USD/JPY is currently on a weak support zone, and price is currently trying to push back up. The higher time frame are very good time frame to carry out analysis. It helps you look at the price from a wider perspective. So good. Currently, the same price I marked on my higher time frame is also a very good zone on my H4 time frame. So let me try to open up my chart very well so you can see my candlesticks. So you can see that same zone on my daily time frame is actually a verified support too. It's a weak support on my daily time frame, but it's a verified support on my what? On my H4 time frame. So, which means that even if the bears want to have a field day in the market, higher time frame is telling you that price will possibly push back up, even though price wants to push back down to this verified support. The daily time frame will push price back up, and the H4 time frame will also push price back up. So let me try to shrink back my chart again so I can see what's happening. Let me draw my trend line carefully. Okay. I hope I'm connecting the lows. If you don't know how to draw some of these trend line, please try and join our online classes. We are trying to build
traders who can comfortably analyze the market independently and make good money from this market. So you can see this is an area of confluence, not forgetting the fact that the verified support is not just a line, it is a zone. It is actually a zone. And I'm looking forward to price pushing back up. Price formed a candlestick here that looks like a bullish engulfing around here. We see something like a hanging man around this support zone, and a candlestick that looks like a bullish engulfing, a partial bullish engulfing actually, before it push back up. And I'm still of the opinion that price will still want to push back down before going back up. The strength of the USD and the JPY is almost even. So I will be looking forward to a buying opportunity first. Hold on, let me go back to my H1 time frame, which is my entry time frame. Okay, good. Hold on, just hold on a little. Good. Let me try to connect lows together too. Let me try to connect lows together. So you can see the sellers might want to push price down a little. That's for USD JPY. That's on my H1 time frame. The sellers might want to push price down a little before the buyers will eventually push price back up. So I would want to enter a sell for now, but it won't be an instant sell. Let me just take advantage of the short move in the market before, making some money in the markets for my buys. Price is currently on a support zone. If you look at it very well, there was a rejection here, there was a rejection here, and price is currently there. So I'll enter a sell stop. Let me take advantage of the short move in the market. A sell stop is a pending order where you expect price to trigger below where price is currently. I'm expecting price, if price can break below here, come and see what I'm talking about. If price can break below here, I notice that there has been rejection around this zone, rejection here, rejection here. If price can break below here, yes, if it can break below here, I'm of the opinion that it will come down to test my untested support, that zone there, before pushing back up. If price can go below here, just a short sell, 1.46, 146.315. 146.315, then I can take my profit before here, 145.992, 146.315, then take my profit at 146.992. Let me confirm that very well. 146.315. Good. Sell stop. 146.315. 146.315. I just want to make small money in the market. I know the bulls will eventually push price back up, but I can't just wait. Let me just make some few money in the market, just some small amount of money. 146.315. Then take my profit before it gets to this trend line, which will serve as a support. 146.100. 146.100. 146.100. 146.100. Sell stop. Trigger my sell there. Take me out of the market there. 146.315. Take my profit. 146.100. Somebody is dropping a question. 146.315. 146.315. Take my profit at 146.100. Take profit for my sell. For sell stop. Good. Good. Just a short move in the market. Just a short move in the market for my sell stop. That's where we are going to wrap up for currencies. Let's quickly move to gold. Gold. 146.315, 146.100. Gold on my higher time frame, what do you see for gold? You don't need to stay so long on the sell. That's why I made my pip value, the number of pips, very small, because there will still be some bullish momentum in the market. So I just want to take advantage of the short move in the market. Gold, I think I mentioned yesterday that the dollar has not been strong over time. And I'm looking at the statement from the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell that is looking forward to a major cut for the interest rates for that, and such statement should give some weakness for the dollar, which conversely will give some strength for gold. And if you look at gold to a very large extent, even on my 4 hours time frame, for a large part of last month going into this month, gold has been bullish. So looking at it on my higher time frame, gold has been bullish. I'm trying to connect the lows together. I connect the lows together. Let me connect this low first. Connect this low, and I come back to my higher time frame. That's like my D1. I'm looking forward to a major buy for gold, pending when this news comes out by 4. Trying to zoom out again. Let me see my chart properly. Trying to zoom out again. Let me see my chart properly. Another condition I mentioned earlier before, that the conditions to enter a buy is this. Enter a buy after a breakout and a retest of a resistance that has turned to a support. Somebody will say, what does that really mean? So if you look at gold now, if you look at gold on my H4 time frame, what do you see? Zoom out a little. I told you that gold has been bullish. What did you see? Price did what? There was a resistance here. There was a resistance here. Do you see that? Price did what? Price broke outside after it came here, it broke outside the resistance. It broke outside the resistance. What happened? It got to somewhere here. This was another resistance. What happened again? It came back to retest. It came back to, after a breakout of a resistance, it came back to retest the resistance. That's a bearish move in the market. It came back to retest the resistance that has turned to a support. Looking forward to a major push up for gold. A breakout. This was a resistance. Break outside the resistance, came back to retest the resistance that has turned to a support. And that was what happened there. It pushed back down here, around here. And it pushed back up. So that zone has turned to a support zone, a turn-quote support. And if you see on my daily time frame, price has been hovering around there. It was the little strength that gave that the dollar had yesterday, that I told you that the dollar was trying to regain from the major loss, gave to some bearish move for gold. But you can see gold is currently lying on a very sensitive region. That is, my trend line is trying to push price back up. So I'm looking forward to a buy if price push down to this verified support again. I'm looking forward to a buy for gold on my H1 time frame, and that point is also, my trend line is also serving as a support zone there. So I'm looking forward to, if price can push down here, if price can push down here, I'm looking forward to a major push up for gold again. If price can push down here before 4 o'clock, when the news will be dropping, if you can keep an eye on gold, if price can fall down to that point, enter a buy on gold. So I'll be setting a buy limit around this zone, because this area is in an area of confluence. As a matter of fact, gold has been trading choppy. You can see forming very small candles that looks like dojis, and it's not really moving clearly. But if there's a major push down for gold down here, I will tell you it will eventually push back up, push back up. Thank you very much. That is my analysis for gold this morning. That's where we're going to be wrapping up for this particular instrument. My colleague will take over from here and analyze indices for our US 100, US 2000, D30 traders. My colleague will take it over from here. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I believe we are having a great day. Quickly, I'm going to talk about D30 and US 100 before we call it a day. I'm going to talk quickly about US 100 and D30, and then we'll call it a day. I hope we are having a great day, and I hope we had a profitable day yesterday. So give me some minutes so that I'll share my screen with you. In the meantime, just to remind you that we have the almighty NFP coming out on Friday, and then afterwards we have okay, I said we have the NFP coming out on Friday, and then you can make sure that you stay or you be on the lookout for the news while trading the NFP. We'll be trading it live at our Lagos office, and I also believe that will be done so at our other various offices around the country. All right, so quickly let's look at US 100. US 100. The way we're going to look at US 100 this morning, it's going to be using market structure. Okay, we're going to use the market structure. Looking at US 100 this morning. If you were to draw an equidistant channel, I believe you can see my screen. Okay, so if we were to draw an equidistant channel, you notice that US 100 was initially following this pattern until it eventually broke to the upside, until it eventually broke to the upside of this equidistant channel that we have here. And then the day that it broke upward to this zone, right, very good. So the day it broke upward to this zone, it tested this level here, this supply level here, this resistance level here. It tested it, and then it's been rejected. So we definitely have other areas that price needs to respect before it will further slide down. And that's why I'm doing this, so that we have an understanding of what the market is going to do. All right. So, all right. Now that I've mapped out these important areas on my daily time frame, I'll just kindly go. I will go to the lower time frame to see what's happening. Right now, I'm on 1 hour time frame, and on 1 hour time frame, price has tested these verified supports. You can see here, price has tested these verified supports before, and then from here it moved to the upside. It moved to the upside. It took the upside momentum. And then if you had to go down to 30 minutes, you see that on 30 minutes there's a possibility of what I call an imminent double bottom that's possibly going to form there. A possibility of double bottom that's going to form there. That is on the same verified supports. If you have to look at the number of test counts on the verified supports, you see something like test count 1. Okay, so what I'm saying is I'm looking forward to a possibility of this US 100, the price of US 100 still coming down to test these verified supports. Okay, so I'm still looking at a possibility of price still coming down to test this verified supports. And if it tests this verified supports, I expect that it will go up and complete a W move up to this verified resistance. If you were to look back a bit, you see that the price of US100 has repeatedly tested this my 15867. I mean my 15865 price zone. All right. From here, it was acting as a support here, and here it became a resistance. So that's why I said we have to trade using the market structure, and that's the higher highs and the higher lows, and lower lows and the lower highs in instance of a downward or upward trend. So basically, I expect the price of US100 to still move down to this verified support. All right. So if it's going to move down to this verified support, I'll be waiting there for a possible long position. All right. So there are two ways you can trade it. The first one is you either set a pending order or you take an instant order. Okay, preferably I will say that I take an instant order because this is US100 and the market has a mind of its own. So I'll be looking forward for a pending order from this US100 or an instant order, depending on how you take your trade. All right, you can have a pending order around this verified supports. That's, and the name of the pending order you have there, if you guess right, definitely it's going to be a buy limit. All right, let me quickly attend to this question. Please, is NFP sell for dollar pairs? No. The news is yet to be out. We don't know if it's going to be a sell or it's going to be a buy. It is when the news comes out, that's when you're going to trade it. If you want to know more about trading news, kindly join our 10 o'clock morning class today. And then also, if you are in any of our physical in any of the cities where we have a physical office, you can definitely come down to trade it with us on that day. And then if you're not, you can get in touch with your account manager, and then they'll give you further information. So as I was saying, please, you can decide to set your buy limit at 15,722 for your buy limit for a US100, a buy limit at 15,722. And then you can have your take profit to be trailing stop, or you can have your take profits before this verified resistance, or even long before you get to this verified resistance, just small pips in the market, and then you can have your trade. But preferably, if you're the type of person that watch the markets, then you can be on the lookout for a bullish reversal candlestick from this same 15,722. Look out for a bullish reversal candlestick from this 15,722, like we saw on the last low here. So that it's more of a partial bullish engulfing candlestick that happened here. So if we see a bullish engulfing candlestick happening around the same 15,722, definitely we expect price of US100 to go up a bit. All right. Okay, so that's my take on US100. Please, if you have any question, kindly drop it. All right, so quickly let's go to DE30. Let's go to DE30. Please, if you have any question, just drop it in the comment section. Let's go to DE30. I'll be looking at DE30. You see, yesterday we talked about DE30, and then we said that the markets, the price of DE30 tested this particular gap that happened over the weekend. So Monday, it tested this particular gap. And then you can see that since yesterday, it's been trying to come down. We expected that it will sell massively. Yeah, it sold yesterday, but the selling pressure was not that much. So we expect more selling pressure yesterday, but then it didn't sell that much. It only sold a bit. So since yesterday, you can see that the market has been moving in more of a consolidating or ranging manner. Okay. So, and one of the best ways you can trade this type of instrument is either you trade using a breakout, or you wait for, you trade breakouts, or you wait for a retest of the breakouts. Okay. So another way you can do is by including your Bollinger Band, and that's basically what I'm trying to show us here. By including your Bollinger Band. All right. So when I'm done with the DE30, I will definitely attend to the questions. Please bear with me. So as I was saying, on DE30, you can see that the price of DE30 has been moving in more of a consolidating manner. Price is not going up, it's definitely not going down, it's just moving sideways. And this type of market, one of the best ways for you to trade it is basically for you to wait for either a breakout or a retest of this market. All right. And for those of us that you don't know how to trade breakouts, you can employ this indicator that I have here on my charts. It's called a Bollinger Band. Okay, if you employ this this here is called Bollinger Band. A Bollinger Band, it helps in determining when prices they call something in the market overbought and oversold. You can use it to determine overbought and oversold, and also you can use it to trade the breakouts. So basically what I'm saying is when you see the price of DE30, I mean, when you see the three lines, you see the three bands, I mean, you're seeing the three bands. When you see one of the band expanding, that is the upper band, which serves as a resistance. When you see it expanding to the upside, or when you see the lower band expanding down to the downside, that means a breakout has happened, okay? And then you can follow the expansion. But right now there's no expansion yet. Market is still moving sideways. So what I'll suggest is you can trade this in one way. I can quickly give you one way to trade it, and that's using this Bollinger Band, when you can either put a pending order at the upper band and the lower band, that is having a buy stop and a sell stop. You have a buy stop maybe like 10 pips above the Bollinger Band, and you have a sell stop below the Bollinger Band. And it depends on the number of points you want to use. But basically, I'm of the opinion that since it's going to be a breakout, wait for the Bollinger Band, either the upward band or the lower band. Wait for it to expand. When you see one of them expanding, that means the price is moving towards that Bollinger Band. Then definitely you take your buy position or your sell position in the market on DE30. So on DE30, I expect that every one of us, we have a Bollinger Band on your chart. If you don't know, quickly, I still have like roughly a minute or two. If you don't know how to input a Bollinger Band on your screen, just go to insert. When you go to insert, go to indicator. When you go to indicator, Bollinger Band is a trend indicator. You see Bollinger Band. If you follow this direction, you definitely will see your Bollinger Band there, and then you can apply it. Okay, so quickly let me attend to the question. Okay, the TP, yes, we trade the NFP news live at our head office here in Ikeja. Now, the TP for US 100, know this, that this is how do I put it? We all have different account size, so I'm not going to give us the direct TP, and that was why I gave us this idea that we can either have our TP at the neckline there, that if at all this US 100 comes down to retest this verified support, we'll be having our TP at this verified resistance, or better still, you can just use your trailing stop. Okay, you can either use your trailing stop, or you can have your TP at the verified resistance. If you want to wait for your TP to be for your TP to get to verified resistance, you have to wait for a while, okay, because it's more of a long move, okay. But then if you want to take your TP when you are in good position or when you're in a good profit, of course, not stopping you from taking your trade on a good TP. So, or better still, you enable your trailing stop on the market. Okay, so I said depending order on US 100, depending order on US 100. I said you can wait for price to get to 15,722, and you set your pending order, or you wait for price to get there, and then you see any reversal candlestick from there, and then you enter a buy. Okay, remember the general trend is still a sell. Remember the general trend is a sell. So if the general trend is a sell, then remember that you are not expected to be in the market for a long period of time, right? So another question is this, Mr. Austin, I'm not sure we're giving stop loss on USJPY. Okay, okay, so can we get the Bollinger Band on phone? It's Bollinger Band, okay? Bollinger Band on phone, coming. All right, so how do you get the Bollinger Band on phone? The moment you launch your MT4, go to the charts. That is the second icon. When you go to the charts, that's the second icon. You see at the top part, at the topmost part of your MT4, you see F. You see F. When you see F, click on that F. When you see F, click on the F, and you see indicators on the particular instruments that you are. You see main charts. When you see main charts, you see F plus in front of main charts. You see F plus in front of main charts. You see F plus in front of main charts. You see F plus in front of main charts. I hope you're following. And then when you click on the F plus in front of main charts, you see Bollinger Band. Click on the Bollinger Band and change your parameters to 21. I mean, change your period to 21. That's the only thing you need to change. Change your period to 21. Change your period to 21 and then click done and click done. Definitely when you have that, automatically it will be updated on the chart. Now, so as I was saying, that's it about Bollinger Band. Now, for those of us that were new here, I'll say this, that please make sure you attend this morning class. All right, you know, we cannot always be here every day, and one thing is this: you have to do this on your own when you get to a particular point. So please make sure that you have a clear understanding of how this market works. So sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. That was the network. So that was the network. So sorry about that. So this is the end of today's session. Please make sure you get in touch with your account manager if you have any question as regards trading on the global financial market, so as to get more understanding. And also, please, if you're in any of our office, if you're in any of the states where we have our physical offices, do not hesitate to come in, and then we'll definitely give you good insights on how to trade. And also, the link for you to join the morning class by 10 o'clock a.m. can be sent to you by your account manager. Please make sure you join as well. Thank you so much, and then I look forward to having you some other day. Have a good day.